Well, let's fast forward to 2018, because that's when you and I did our first interview. But at the time, there was a lot going on in B2K with all the different members that really no one, that I didn't know, which you may or may not have known. But right around that same year that you and I did the interview, Lil Fizz started dating Apryl Jones, who has 2 kids with Omarion. And Fizz, I think, went on Drink Champs and talked about the situation. And I guess he couldn't get a hold of Omarion, didn't have a number on him. And then one day, Omarion came to Apryl's house to drop off the kids, and Fizz is on her couch.
That's crazy.
And Omarion just looked at him and then turned around and walked out.
I mean, what would you do? I probably would did the same thing too. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird one right there. I don't know. I mean, the Jacksons, I mean, I've heard so many stories with so many different groups, but that, I think the best way to, I don't know, man. I've talked to Fizz, behind closed doors about it, and it's natural for people to like people, right? But I think there was probably a little bit of vindictiveness in there because maybe a little spitefulness because Fizz is the type of dude, he always looked out for Omar, whether people knew that or not, right? So he kind of felt like cuz when Holly went on him. So you left me on red, and me and your people, we hit it off. So we conversating because we got stuff to talk about in common. And then I guess, they decided to go get the bag and run it up. But you see how that ended.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, you're attracted to who you're attracted to, but you could also set a very clear line. Like, in terms of my life, I've never dated, my homies, ex-girls. I've never dated employees. I always figured, listen, there's billions of women out there in this world. Why create all types of extra problems because this person just happens to be in my vicinity? I have options. And someone like a Fizz has more options than me. You know what I mean? Like, he's a former B2K. Well, he is a B2K member. Like, he has girls that grew up with him screaming his name. So why go to a person that is going to cause a problem?
That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I wasn't around them during that time. You know what I mean? So I don't really know how they hit it off. But I do remember people be running around in the same circles and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I'm glad that it's over with. I'm glad that it's been addressed. I'm glad people are mature enough to move on. You know what I mean? But like I saw Amari's Vlad interview with you and his interview with you, and he's just like, just don't make me the narrative. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they should have made him the narrative. But if you're about to get a bag, they're gonna drag that shit out. They're gonna drag it out, and it just so happened to be somewhat real. But I see that it end. You know what I mean? So, but even with her, like, that's like fucking with fire. Why would I point her? I'm gonna fought her more than him. Of course, you got to fight both of them, but I would fought her more than him. Like, come on, you throwing that pussy around? A cute chick, dope body. I mean, that's a lot of temptation. Then you beefing with the dude too. He probably, this is a revenge pussy. Like, who knows? I don't know, man. I wasn't there.
I mean, I put it on both of them. At the end of the day, it ain't like anyone forced themselves on the other person.
Right.
They both decided to jump in the situation knowing the repercussions of it. And I'm not going to put it on the guy or the girl. At the end of the day, yes, I'm a man and I know what temptation's like, but
I'm going to say no too, right?
At the end of the day, it's like you understand the bigger picture of it all.